Are you tired of ugly, disgusting, horrible landscapes that just make you cringe, that make you sit back in horror? Well, watch this video to learn an amazing, simple way to do beautiful landscapes that will have your friends flabbergasted. Yes, even you can do professional, beautiful landscapes if you watch this video. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to do a really easy, simple landscape scene. You really don't need any specific items. I'm going to use an ink pen. If you'd like, you could use like a pencil or anything like that. I'm just going to use this really goofy one from probably the Dollar Tree. First, I'm going to start on the mountains. So I like to do the mountains about halfway through the piece of paper. Mountains are easy. Don't overthink it. Just triangles, okay? Just triangles. So about halfway through, I'm gonna do like a triangle going up and going down. Think like a Mario level, maybe. Another little triangle there. Maybe a teeny tiny one lives there. It's giving Bob Ross. And then maybe go up and down. So there are your mountains. That's really easy. Like I said, this is going to be a really simple one, but this is like my favorite kind of like landscape to do when I don't really know like what I want to do. So now we're going to start on the grass. This is going to be more geared towards like using markers. The same kind of effect can be done with colored pencils and probably like crayons too, but markers are my preferred medium. Medium's the thing in the road. So I'm going to start with a darker green for the very bottom of the picture. And I'm just going to go make like upward, downward kind of motions like with the marker, because this is going to be the grass. The crispy, creamy, crunchy cracker.
It's a creamy, crispy cracker.
You kind of want it like varying lengths. You don't want it all like the same because, you know, grass in nature is not just like one length. I'm going to go back through and do a few more like little random streaks of marker. So next you're going to want to get another green, a lighter one. So then you just start at the top of the grass that you just did and you just do more upward motions like that to kind of look like, you guessed it, grass. Go back over it a couple times so you can kind of blend it out. Even if you don't have much like blending going on, I think it still at the end looks good. What I would do is go back down and do some more like little strokes just to give it some, what is it, like depth or something? I don't really know a lot of the terms. I just like to draw, okay? So I'm gonna do a few more like little random grassy bits. And I really like this already. It's already looking very grassy. So then I'm gonna take another green, another lighter one, and go and just do those upward motions again. And these markers are dying, but I think that you can still make fun art even with like the supplies that you have. And that's sort of the point of this tutorial, this video, is to show that you don't need like super professional art supplies. This green is about to give up the ghost. And I'm going to be throwing it out after this. You can still get some neat, I think, textures even from a marker that's about to die. So don't just give up on it right away. It gives a little bit of depth, I think. And, you know, grass isn't just like a straight normal color, so this gives it some variation. I'm gonna do another lighter green. It's like highlighter green. These midliners, I get these from Dollar General or Pop Shelf as well. These are really nice. I like these a lot. So once again, I'm gonna go from the bottom and just kind of draw upwards, kind of blending the color out, and I'm trying to variate the strokes so it's not just one level of grass. And you can even go further down to sort of blend some of these other darker colors up as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back through with some other greens to give like little individual blades of grass, like sort of like that. Just, you know, really just do it random. Just kind of let it happen, because that's, you know, nature is random. So random. Then I get another darker green. Oh, it's dying too, but that's okay. You're just doing little like I said, little strokes randomly to give sort of a grassy texture. And I'm going to use my green pen, this Papermate, and just add some more like texture. Like I said, it's just random. You just go, you just do. Because nature is, as we said, very random. And next we're going to work on the mountains. I'm going to start with like a light purple and kind of just go parallel to these. I'm going to go back in with a darker purple. This is probably the most difficult part in the whole like landscape thing. And what I'm going to do is sort of do opposite of the grass, and I'm just going to go like down into it. So it gives sort of like, you see the mountain through the grass a little bit. This is definitely like, for me, the most difficult part, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's hard. And if you have a blending marker, you can definitely, I'll show you right at the end, what I like to do with a blending marker or blending pen. If you have a blending marker, what I would do is kind of do the same type of thing near the top, but leave some space in between. And you're going to take your blending marker and blend these two together. This marker is kind of dying on me, so it's not going to have a perfect blend. But you can kind of see the effect there, like where the grass ends and the mountain starts. You can kind of get a nice little gradient in there, but you do not need one of these to do this landscape. I just kind of wanted to show an example there at the end of that. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this. Right here at the bottom, I'm going to still do like that blade of grass type of motion just to kind of make it blend in more. So I'm going to go back and kind of cover up some of the little white bits and go down a little bit further with the purple just to make the, like I said, the purple and the green blend in a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to go through and add more purple streaks because I like that effect on the grass. I think that just looks, I just think it's neat. I'm going to go back though with this green to kind of give some more grass to get it more like, to make it look more blended together. I'm actually going to go back in with this light green to kind of blend the two. Like I said, you don't really need the blender marker. You can kind of work with what you have and just blend it with a lighter shade. Okay, so we have this scenery so far. It's already looking really pretty. I really like this so far. Where's my funky pen? It looks like it's flipping us off. So clouds are fun. First, I'm actually going to do a sun. I'm just going to do just a freehand circle. And my secret with circles and stuff like that is to kind of make it look rough around the edges. Because that way, if the circle's not perfect, like it kind of takes away from that. And also just, I like the rough effect. Obviously, if you have like a stencil or something, you can use a stencil. And there's your sun. Look at that. It's easy. Clouds are pretty simple. Don't overthink it. Just kind of do, again, like sort of just random shapes. Like what? This pen is dying. Oh my goodness. This pen is dying. Luckily for you guys, I have plenty of pens. Oh, that is so cool. The way it looks in the camera. Okay. Crisis averted. Okay. All right. So like I said, don't overthink the clouds. So don't overthink it. Just do like little circle-y shapes. Maybe like, look, it looks like an M. So just kind of do multiple M's. That's a nice little idea. They don't have to be perfect. We're not doing like a photorealistic landscape. It's just supposed to be cute. Maybe try some like W's up here. See, like W's. So I'm just gonna add some more W's up here. And then I'm gonna add a few little little baby clouds coming off. The sky, I guess I'm gonna do blue. When you get to the sun portion, I would just kind of circle around it and do sort of like rough strokes. So you can do like the yellow or the orange or whatever color you pick for the sun around it, and you can kind of blend the two colors in together. When I'm drawing like this, I do have to turn the page periodically to like make it more comfortable to draw. So, you know, do what you have to do to get more comfortable drawing. I mean, you know, it's just fun at the end of the day. You know, I just enjoy doing this, you have a blue sky. Follow me on Blue Sky too. All my social media links are in the description box. Okay, so now we're gonna do the clouds. I want to start with another darker color. I'm gonna go with pink. This is sort of, I'm doing all the greats, all the things I would normally do in a landscape that just feel right. I'm just doing them now. So I'm gonna go with a darker pink first and kind of do more of like those M shapes, just to do like the shading of the clouds. And the little clouds that are around them, I kind of group them together. So I'm also going to do a shading at the bottom like this. And it doesn't have to go exactly like parallel to all the lines. Just do what looks right to you. Let me know if you guys like this kind of video, and I might, do tutorials for other stuff. This is just like my really basic, really cute like landscape. Just that it's my go-to landscape. I love this like neon, like Barbie pink. Oh, it's so cute. So next I'm going to do a lighter pink, and I'm just going to kind of go above this shading and just add some more like shapes onto it. It doesn't have to go completely over it. And I do like to leave some white at the top. And if you kind of rub the two colors together, you can kind of see you can blend them. And blending has seriously changed my art for the better. The problem with working with ink pen and some of these midliners is it does tend to smear, but I mean, that's okay. Like I said, we're just having fun. I'm gonna color this whole one pink. That is so cute. I love pink.
Love pink.
I spent so many years not loving pink because of the patriarchy. In fact, like my most popular post on DeviantArt was like a men don't wear pink stamp, which is hilarious. And like, I still leave it up because it still gets like comments of people like being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you think like that. And like, I even updated the description to be like, hey, I don't think like this anymore, but it's my most popular deviation, so I'm leaving it up. Look at that. This bothers me, but we're embracing the physical medium. It's okay. Mistakes happen. Happy accidents. Bob Ross. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the sun. I'm gonna use this like, this is a Tombow. You see how decrepit this is, like Tombow is all rubbed off. So in the sun, I'm going to do like this sort of this golden yellow. I really love this shade of yellow. This is probably my favorite shade of yellow.
My favorite.
Like that. That's looking really cute. And I'm going to use a lighter yellow. I'm actually going to use this highlighter-y yellow. I just feel like doing it, okay? Ooh, see, now that looks cute. It's a little plain here at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use some of the colors I have already. I'm gonna use this pink, and then I'm gonna find a darker pink, and I'm gonna do some flowers. So I just like to do like little splotches of like the light color. Just wherever, just little squiggles, splotches, whatever you want to call them. Just throw them here and there, wherever. And these are going to be your flowers. And then I want to go in the middle of these flowers with this darker pink and just do some little polka dots. And it doesn't have to be right on, it can just be kind of in. These flowers are also very reminiscent of Casey Golden. So that's cool. I'm going to add a few more just spots of this. This, again, is also something I feel like Casey Golden would do. I've learned a lot just from watching like artists on YouTube, and, I feel like I want to share that. So I wanted to do this little tutorial. So these little flowers or whatever. And to add some texture on the top, I'm going to do another like Casey Golden inspired thing. I'm going to draw some birds. They don't have to be super technical birds. You just do little M's, little like V's, and just add some birds, The sky has birds in it. Honestly, there you go. This is the finished product. This is a really easy, like really pretty landscape. I hope you like this. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna, do some other little glamour shots at the end. But it's such a simple landscape, but it's my go-to. I really enjoy doing it. I hope you learned a little something from it. It's, it's not the most technical or the most amazing thing you've ever seen, but I think it's pretty, and I think it's simple and something that maybe even someone who doesn't have 20-ish years of drawing experience can still enjoy and still make. So I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, again, comment, subscribe for more human-generated art. I'm your host, Paper Izzy, signing off, and adios, amigos. Thank you so much for watching. Wow. So wrap that blade of grass around my finger like a cast.